things going on in the world besides skinny rock and roll singers jumping around.
Oh, yes, of course. And little Miss Sophistication can tell us all about it.
You never know, it might actually concern you.
Well, I doubt if it'll concern you. They're certainly not going to mention Uganda.
I've never heard it mentioned ever.
They're not even in the Olympic Games, are they? Probably not eligible. They would be for the Zoo Olympics. You bitch!
Sorry, slipped on a banana.
Do you see what I see? Australia's answer to Ursula Andress. She folds her legs. In doing so, I glimpse Xanadu.
Good afternoon. The subject of today's debate is that this House agrees with Bertrand Russell that intellectual pursuits are the highest form of human endeavour. And it'll be ladies first. Speaking for the affirmative, Miss Nicola Radcliffe.
Professor Barber, Reverend Nicholson, members of the adjudicating panel, ladies and gentlemen, and others. The central thrust of our argument will be that the pleasures of the intellect are of a higher order altogether, as opposed to the other simple pleasures of life. And to this end, we will be citing evidence from such illustrious sources as William Shakespeare, Immanuel Kant, Alfred Lord Tennyson, Bishop Berkeley, Samuel Pepys, Sir Robert Menzies, Aristotle, and the Duke of Edinburgh. Firstly, to begin with William Shakespeare.
I would like to suggest that rugby football is the highest form of human endeavour. How can one go past the fluid inspiration of Jock Blair sprinting down the wing for a brilliant try? How can one not be moved to tears by the naked courage of a smaller player hurling himself at a much larger opponent, bouncing off but picking himself up again and again in a frenzy of guts and determination? Rugby football embodies all the noblest virtues enshrined in a school like ours. Teamwork, bravery, pride, school spirit, creativity, intelligence, love of one's fellow man. Surely the virtues which distinguish human beings from brute animals.
The final speaker for the affirmative side is Miss Thandiwe Ajua.
Having listened carefully to the speakers of both sides and wishing to be totally impartial, I fear the position for which my team is arguing is untenable, though not for the tedious reasons given by our opponents, the last speaker excepted. My colleagues have quoted many ancient poets and philosophers to support our case that intellectual pursuits are the highest form of human endeavour. But most contemporary artists seem more interested in bodily functions. For example, I don't want you toast my bread. I don't want you make my bed. I don't want your money too. I just want to make love to you. Tutti frutti, en Rudy. Tutti frutti, en Rudy. Tutti frutti, en Rudy. A what bopaluma, a lot bamboo. If these philosopher poets are any guide, the so-called animal side of human beings leaves the intellectual side for dead. Is this just a recent development? Or are we only now becoming mature enough to reveal our dirty washing?
You were not only totally disloyal to the school by deliberately throwing away the debate, but you reduced the occasion to a gutter level. I can't imagine that you were encouraged to get away with that sort of thing at school in England, but I can certainly guarantee that you won't be given the opportunity to repeat such behaviour here.
Miss Archer, she didn't mean to be offensive.
She made a mockery of the whole debate. If you believe rock and roll songs are equal to poetry, then I wonder what they teach you over there at all. At any rate, I shall be speaking to the headmistress in the morning. She's really wetting her pants.
So you're getting blasted. Just wanted to congratulate you. It was terrific.
I loved your rugby speech. Are you going to the Borders dance?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Oh, fifth form is allowed.
Yeah, but not many go.
I'm not. They always play terrible music anyway. Frightful.
Yes, I prefer jazz to rock.
The bus is here, girls. Hurry up, please.
Might see you there. At the dance.
Right. Super.